I thought I sprained it. I thought it was one of those like, oh, you hit the corner of your toe and it's gonna be all right later on. No. And my uncle decided, instead of taking me to the hospital, he wanted to try to pop it back in its place by himself. What's good, Goodie Mob? It's your girl Slimgoodiesvision, and I'm back with another video for you guys today. And I'm doing something different, a little story time. A get to know story time about me. But before we get into that video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And if you're new to the family, welcome to the mob. Also want to talk about Goodie merch. I've seen in the comments that people are having complications on getting the Goodie merch. What you do is you're going to go to this email right here, and you're going to email me your size, color, and if you want a hoodie or a tracksuit or the joggers. Tracksuits, joggers, hoodies. You email me those right there, and then I will email you back on what colors I have, you know, and stuff like that. Oh, and your size, if I didn't say that, and your size. I need your size as well. And also, with attached to that email, go ahead and send your address so that I can also know where to ship it to, and so forth. And when you are ready to pay out and get your, you know what I'm saying, your merch, you're going to hit this Cash App right here and cash at me. Yeah. But without further ado, let's get into this video. But as you can tell by the title, I'm going to talk about the things that I have broke on my body part. I had a life before videography. I had a whole different type of life. Growing up, I was a whole basketball player. I wanted to be the next woman in the God dang it. I wanted to be the first woman in the NBA. And I was going to be that until 11th grade, and I lost my passion for it. I still love basketball. I still be on the court. I still have my skills, you know what I'm saying? I ain't lost the sauce. It's still in there. But I just can't do it like that no more, considering my physical slight disability. So let's get into it. My first bone that I broke, I'm going to start from the bottom, because everything is on one side. I broke everything on one side of my body. The first thing I broke was my right big toe. This thing right here. I broke that one. How I broke it, you want to ask? See, I was young, dumb, and you know the rest of that. I was at my auntie's house, and I had my cousins there, and I was always hanging out with boys, so I do boy things. I did boy things, still do boy things. And my auntie called me and was like, Slim, your mother wants to talk to you on the phone. So, okay, me and my male cousin, we racing each other down the stairs. Why? I don't know. Had nothing else better to do. It just sounded fun. So we're racing each other down the stairs. My butt decided I wanted to slide down the railing. So I was sliding down the railing. Now my auntie, she has one flight that go down here. You gotta curve the corner, and then you gotta go down the second flight. So I didn't even make it down the second flight before I injured myself. It was the first flight. So I go down the railing, and she had this big old speaker right there, and I my toe hit the speaker, the corner of the speaker. I thought I sprained it. I thought it was one of those like, oh, you hit the corner of your toe and it's gonna be all right later on. No. I was in excruciating pain after I talked to my mother, and my uncle decided, instead of taking me to the hospital, he wanted to try to pop it back in its place by himself. Cause my toe was just like this, but like this, you know what I'm saying? It was all types of crooked. So he decided he wanted to pop it back in its place, and as soon as he did that, I think that's when it was broken. It was done, daughter. I went to the hospital after that, had a big old foot, what's called foot shoe, whatever, what's the thing called, sis? The fractured shoe.
Oh, the boot?
The boot, yeah. It wasn't really a boot, but it was like a shoe. It was like a shoe like this.
The soft boot.
Yeah, it was like that, and I had to walk with that for, you know, some good months. I don't know how long it was. It was a good amount of months. I was walking to school with that for a good amount of time. But that was one. Yeah. Second, thing I broke was my ankle. That right there, I wouldn't wish that on nobody. Okay, that pain right there, that's not what's given at all. I was, like I said, I'm a basketball player. I'm over here playing basketball. It was me, my brother, and the 4 boys that we all hang out with. And one of them had a brace on his kneecap because I guess he injured his kneecap playing basketball too. So he's shooting. I'm like, okay, we're all thinking, okay, we're gonna catch his rebounds because he can't run and catch the rebounds. So we catching the rebounds for him. He's shooting. I go up in the air. Not Slim, why you wait for the ball to come down? I don't know. I go up in the air, grab the ball, come down, and land flat on my ankle. My ankle was like this, on the floor. I did not move, could not move. My brother and them had to go get the proctor because I wasn't gonna move, and I had to go to the nurse's office, and they had to bring a whole wheelchair. My mom, by around that time, my mom was about tired taking me to the hospital. Yeah. She was always the one taking me to the hospital, and it's always because I broke something, fractured something, sprained something. It was a lie. Yeah. But I'm not done yet. That was only one of them. I had a whole cast, with that one I had a whole cast up to my thigh. And then they had to cut down here, and I had that whole cast for about, it felt like a whole year to me. It probably was about 6 months. But that was a hard one. I still be having some troubles with my ankles. It just, you know what I'm saying? It's still a little loose, but I mean, I was better then. Next thing I used to, I almost broke my kneecap. I had growing pains, and one day I was at basketball practice, again, basketball. I was at basketball practice, and it was water break. So my spontaneous butt decided I wanted to, after take a drink of water, me and my playmate was racing, and I wanted to jump up the stairs instead of just running upstairs. Who, you know, like normal people do, run upstairs instead of jumping up the stairs. Who jumps upstairs? Me, I guess. So I jumped up the stairs and landed, and my kneecap went. It was all bad after that. Yeah, I couldn't practice after that. It was over with. I couldn't even play the game after that. It was getting very slow back then. Did stupid stuff, but it was fun to me. I was like, you know what, bump it, you know what I'm saying? I'm a kid. That's what I do, what kids do. Next thing I did, I broke this pinky finger right here. I think it's one of these. I think it's this one because this one's out more. So okay, I broke one thing on the left side. Yeah, my pinky. Elementary school. Now this is not because of basketball. This was because of soccer. Do I look like a soccer player to y'all? No. I was doing, I tried anything once, and at the time soccer looked like it was fun. I was playing football, baseball, softball, track. We tried to do track. My brother was the fastest, so I was help training him to run, you know, be the fastest person. And he had turned out to be one of the fastest persons, people, you know what I'm saying, in school. And then he went into track later on for college, so it paid off. But I did all that, and soccer was not something I thought, it's not meant for me. And I was right, it was not meant for me. I was on there running the field, trying to kick the ball. I kicked and missed the ball. Fell in the grass and landed, I guess the pinky landed first before anything else. It landed right straight in the grass. And I guess it landed in the grass. I guess when it landed in the grass, I thought it went straight into like the muddy part. But I guess when it hit the grass, you know what I'm saying? My ass thought I could just run some cold water over it and it was gonna be fine. No, that made it worse. It was stinging and everything. I couldn't feel the water at all. It was just numb. So I had to go to the nurse's office. Of course I got cussed out. Come on, I'm like, why you always doing stuff? You always doing stuff. I always gotta take you to the hospital. It was always this one hospital I would go to, Kaiser Permanente in Rialto. They know me good and well. They probably got all my x-rays from all the stuff that I did in my youth years. But I'm not done yet. You would think I'd be done yet. But this is the last one. I think this is the last one. Yeah, this is the last one. But the last thing I broke was this tooth. This tooth right here is fake, y'all. Well, majority of it's fake. This half right here, it's not that fake. All this is fake. It's cap. It's the only cap I have in my wrap. It's this tooth. That's the only cap I got. So let me tell you about it. Wasn't basketball. Wasn't soccer. Had nothing to do with that. This was a casual day. Beautiful day. Going to my auntie's house. Now, my uncle spoiled all his nieces and nephews, right? And I always wanted to skateboard. So he bought me my first skateboard. I was happy to the mud. I'm sitting there like kick, push, kick, push, kick, push. The only thing I couldn't do was go on some ramps. I can kick push all day, but you wouldn't catch me at the skate park on none of them things. On the ramp thing, nothing, none of that, nada. Couldn't do it, but I was pushing, kicking, and pushing. It was all, and I could do a little flip, do a little jump. You know what I'm saying? Do a little ollie. But that time I was still learning, and my mama told me too. She says, "Don't you ride that skateboard up the driveway." Why I didn't listen? Cause I'm hard-headed. I did it anyways. I was like, what you mean? I'm just gonna go. I got all this stuff. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Let me just go. So I did that. And you know how this driveway has that little bump right there? You know what I'm saying? A little bump. It's a little speed bump. I'm thinking I could just roll over that. I go right up there and went and flip right off that skateboard and hit straight lip. All this was messed up. You know how on Love and Basketball she had that scar from playing with the boys on the basketball? She had that right here. I had a scar just like that, just differently on the same side on my lip. Yeah. Just hard-headed. Just didn't care. But yeah, that's all that I broke on my body parts. That's a little facts about Slim. A little childhood story. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this content. I will be dropping more content for you guys. This content's gonna keep on. And I want to say that I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love. And go get your goodie merch. But we're on to the next video. Bye-bye.